Good evening. Welcome to the final week of the ARMA Team League Season 4. Good to have you join us for this last weekend of games, rather than last night. With you tonight is Veggie and Cheese on the potentially dead inside, too tired to cast room.
The quality commentary. We're
Yeah,
in for a jam-packed 6 games this weekend,
we are. Yes, it'll be.
courtesy of some Tenho bug.
Yeah. um, Tenno just doing Tenno things, Suno doing Suno things. Yeah. So yes, it's 6 games. So we'll have three tonight, three tomorrow, just to make it so we're not playing till midnight for some people. Our first game that we'll be streaming tonight is the game two, featuring the Crimson Wanderers, Oish Kanade, Itsu Anko, and Tanya Sensation. So what we'll be really looking for, obviously, is for teams to hit the cutoff point in this last week of games. But also, like a big factor of that will be the teams that have only played 24 games up until now. So they basically got an extra game or two based on some teams tonight. Teams like Itsu Anko who have they're on 12 right now, but they've got essentially a whole extra game of points to gain over the teams around them for the most part.
Yeah, this 24 game, this one extra game will really only matter for Urasan and Itsuanko in 11th and 12th.
Mm.
That extra game could be important because they are like 50-ish points below that group of like 8th, 9th, and 10th, around 80, 90.
Yeah.
So potentially having that extra game to grab another first could end up mattering for qualifying the top 8.
Yeah, it can make a big difference because again these first places are sometimes up to 80, 90, 100 points. So you can see immediately how that can make a big difference compared to if a team has only 5 games to play and they stay more or less even where they are now. It's easily 2-3 spots difference. Depending on positioning and stuff like that. But yeah, so we'll get right into it. It's not too much to waffle on now. We'll have to basically take each game as they come. So our first game is right up here up top. All the games seem to have started on time, so well done to the players and the organizers getting everything going immediately.
So this first game will be 2nd, 6th, 7th, and 12th. I think Tanya Sensation's pretty safe in 2nd place. So we'll just want to hold on to some points because when we go into the top 8 qualifying for the top 4, we're not going to be cutting any points.
Yeah.
So maintaining this 150 to 200 point lead over like 3rd and 4th will be really useful when it comes to qualifying for the top 4 or finals.
Yeah. So we don't cut until the final 4. So
yeah, and then of course for the rest of the teams on this table, really important games to either have a shot at coming into the top 8 or staying in that top 8.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, we've been really looking for Daniel Sensation doesn't have a lot to play for in this game, other than keeping that solid gap that built up until now. But yeah, Itsuanko, if you're able to get a first here, it makes it a bit easier going forward. Obviously.
Yeah, definitely in this first game because as you get less and less games, you're going to have to be a bit more risky in your play. Whereas if you can grab a first here, then maybe in the next couple games you don't have to be too greedy on the hands that you get.
Yeah, exactly. It's just it looks like a very obvious like snowball effect. Like the later you leave it, the more aggressive you have to play, the more risks you have to take. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's basically it. It's just you just want to come out now, get a good result now, and that way you just don't have to stress as much later on. Like especially because I believe, are we going to be posting results off tomorrow in Discord?
Yeah, probably the last 2 games of tomorrow. I haven't
Yeah.
told the teams yet, but I probably will before tomorrow's game.
So you don't even have that information to go off. You play your game, you just have to hope it's enough. Compared to like now where you might see a game finish and you can go, oh, a team above us came last. You don't have to play as aggressive or, whatever.
But the reason why we don't lock out the logs is because usually it won't matter with 4 or 5 games remaining.
Exactly, yeah. Alright, but we are underway. And interesting starting hands all around. We've got basically everybody apart from Shilpio with the ability to recover.
We'll call them LPY.
LPY? LPY is better. Alright. But yeah, you can see here, immediate North Pond, Navy East Pond by Tanya 1K. Here comes the Chun scored, and my starts with the Hatsu Anko, obviously.
Hatsu Dora Anko, in fact. Yeah. So 4 Dora in their hand right now.
And you'd have had to be feeling pretty good as my scene is at the starting hand, but now there's already been 4 calls on the table.
Oh, wow. Yeah, AKTK already Ishan 10.
Yeah.
Oh, Hatsu Khan,
yeah.
Off to a banger of a game.
Yeah. Really interesting starting situation. We now have Tenpai by ATKK waiting on the 1 pin 4 pin. 2 left in the wall.
Yeah, I don't think he'll come out from either Tanya 1K or LPY.
Shouldn't. Tanya 1K's Ishan 10.
Oh, nice. Ishan 10 for LPY here.
Yeah, it's gone. This has gone very quickly. And that is. Yeah, I'm just
a better Ishan 10.
Yeah.
My
Might been able to this. They had. The hand wasn't too slow on this. Another good find for LPY as well.
That is Tenpai with Yaku, Ipeiko, Aka, waiting on the 8-man. I imagine they'll want to change, but that's Tenpai for Mai as well. Will the 8-man come out or the 9-man?
9-man for now.
Obviously 9-man, since 8-man's Dora.
Yep.
So both Mai and LPY are waiting on that 8-man Dora Tunky. 2 left.
2 left. So 3 Tenpais on the table. Tanya 1K still shifting, trying to find theirs. Might end up.
It'll be Hatsu Dora 7 for Mai, which would be a byline. And then a dealer Ipeiko Dora 3 for LPY, which is 12,000. But that's a 4 pin.
Yep.
AKTK shutting both of those hands down with a Chun and Nomi.
Chun only, yeah. Had the also the choice to Khan an additional Dora, but choosing not to. Having seen none of the Hatsu, you had to go a little bit suspicious, I think.
On to Tanya 1K's dealership. Not bad shapes. Yeah, the South Dora, one of which is in AKTK's hand. We have 4 pairs for Mai with a Hatsu, pair and 2 Aka, and now a completed 1, 2, 3 Pinzu. So actually Ishan 10.
Yep. Has the ability to take G2A, but choosing to avoid it for now at least.
LPY also Ishan 10. Would like that 7 so for the Pinfu.
Yeah, and there's a pair for AKTK with their
Ooh.
Yakuhai
He's also Ishan 10.
and
Oh,
Tenpai.
that's Senpai.
So
No Riichi.
Dama's the Shampon, wait.
Wonder if he would have reached the Champon weight if both the 1-mons were live. But guess we'll never know.
Oh,
Oh no.
so throws it back. Maybe they're waiting to find a 2-man, maybe?
Hmm.
Tenpai for my on the 4-7-man.
Yeah, with the Hatsu door 2. 4 left in the wall. 2-man Kanchan. But 2 have already been cut.
Probably looking just to find another Manzu and then can reach you with it, but not gonna happen.
Yeah, 4-man comes out from AKTK, dealing into 3,900 from my. Oh my god. AKTK's dealership, Haku Doranko.
Hakudora Anko and
And not bad tiles to work off. Got a floating 6 so.
pair of 6-mans. Yeah, it's not too bad at all.
Obviously they can call tiles, so those Penchans and Kanchans aren't as bad as they usually would be.
Mm. Mai's hand as well is not great, but not worse. It's a lot of acceptance, really.
Looking at LPY's hand over here.
Yeah.
Pretty nice Tanyao. Maybe Pinfu. And Tanyao 1K still needs to get rid of all those floating honors.
Yeah, started with a lot. I think it was pretty much everything you see here. It was like 5 or 6 at least, yeah. So, just working through it.
Oh, that's a nice 4-man draw.
Ishan 10 now for LPY.
Yep. 5 so is the best draw for confirmed Pinfu and Ipeko.
There are still 3 left in the wall.
So AKTK obviously calling with that Haku Anko.
Yep. Oh,
and Tenpai winning on 5-8-man.
Hatsudora 4, or Hakudora 4 rather.
And no one's gonna suspect anything.
No. What do you expect of these discards? It's actually quite odd with the 1-pin call. You'd have to probably suspect the Yakuhai.
Yeah, probably a pair of Haku.
Mm.
Oh, and Aiman's coming out.
Yeah, 100% here. Straight up deal a Mangan direct hit on LPY. That's very unfortunate. But yeah, as you said, you're not gonna really expect a Meldadora Anko.
Yeah.
That's also Yakuhai. Like, yeah, it's very unfortunate.
E3 repeat 1. West is Dora, one of each in Mai and Tanya 1K's hand.
Yeah, West Door is really good to pair up generally. If you can find them.
Yeah. Can see Mai dropping it. If they get more like middle tiles. Going for Tanya instead.
Yeah, for sure.
Double East pair for AKTK. And 4 8-mans.
Seems to be floating this 789 Sanshoku at this stage.
We'll see if they drop the 2 4-man. Oh, instead just keeping those 4 8-mans.
4 8-mans. And yeah, interesting. He's not really the kind to Khan all that frequently, I would have thought.
Well, that's why they're not doing it right now.
Yeah. So he holds it for now at least.
Oh, nice 3-so draw for Tanya 1k. Could potentially pick up an Itsu. Oh, but 7-so Anko for AKTK. It's gonna be pretty rough to use. Oh no, I guess they can still pawn the ton.
Yeah, I think that's what they're thinking here.
So 2-pin new Dora, 2 of which already discarded.
Yeah, 1 in Tanya 1k's hand. Already in a Mentsu. But now, Itsu chances as well for Tanya 1k.
But unknown to Tanya 1k, the 3 locked away in
Yeah,
AKTK's hand.
7-so will be tough to come across. Tempai.
Oh. Riichi's waiting on the Hanchan 3-man, 2 already out. 1 in my hand, so 1 left in the wall. It's just Riichi only.
Yeah, Riichi only in the end. Chance to flip Ura, I suppose. Does play
Yeah, but
a
really,
factor.
yeah, really scary for everyone else to 2 door indicators deal to Riichi.
Yeah, you've got players like LPY, Chito Ishanten just sets to throw safe tiles. The North, Navahatsu.
But Mize and Ishanten, if they can get a 4-pin, it'll be a 3-4-5 Soundshoku chance.
4-pin is 1 left in the wall. Of course, you can just wait on it. But you can see these Doras in people's hand that they just haven't managed to discard, and now they're a bit stuck.
There is still 2 left, and obviously Mai would love to use one. The 4-7-man Suji's pretty rough. Tempai here for Mai, but would have to cut the live Dora. And does so, taking the Riichi pin for Tanyao Aka. Waiting on the 4-7 pin.
1 4-pin left still.
Yeah, just the 1 4-pin left. Live East, drawn for LPY, trying to find a safe tile. Oh, and deals a 7-pin. I was pretty surprised by that. I thought he'd go for the 1-man. Oh, and the Ura 4. Oh my. That's a buy-man.
It's a buy-man direct hit to LPY, who was already low from the direct hit Mangan earlier.
Yeah, and really bad for Itsuanko.
Very bad for Itsuanko. At least they have the game in hand, so they can make up a bit of the difference later on. But I mean, this Hanchan's still not over.
Eastwall Mai's dealership. Pretty good shape, Swanaka. Haku Pon for AKTK, also with an Aka.
Yep, with
And
the
there's now
Haku.
Ishanten.
Yeah, this Pon run, as they say. Not quite this time, but not too far off, as you said, Ishanten.
Tanya 1k's hand is developing pretty well. All Tanya tiles except the Dora, so pretty happy to use all of them.
Yep, no, looking pretty good here for Tanya 1k to at least catch up to AKTK. Well, say catch back up more specifically.
Nice 6-pin draw for Mai, gives him a San Menchan in the Pinzu.
AKTK holding on to that Alka draw for now. Can obviously find something to go with it. Hasn't discarded around it yet.
Yep. Oh, nice 6-0 draw puts Tanya Wonka into Ishan 10 with an Ipeco chance.
Hanchans still trying to connect up the Dora, but can obviously just throw it for Tanya.
Oh, could throw it now for max efficiency, but decides to keep it.
Could be a little bit concerned, but AKTK hasn't discarded any Sozo yet.
Oh,
Does
that's
connect.
Senpai. Yeah, even without the Dora, you could have the Tanyao, but by doing this, you can choose to not discard the Dora in case you're worried about dealing into AKTK. So it does take the Riichi Pinfu Dora 1. Waiting on the 4-7 mon, which there are 6 left.
Pretty lively for this point in the hand.
Don't know what the chance of sumoing is, but probably approaches 100%.
AKTK
One draw for
drawing.
AKTK.
Yeah, but he can play around. He's got an East in the hand. He's got the Genbutsu 4-pin.
Yeah, the East was 2-cut, but maybe just didn't want to ever have to cut the 4-mon.
Cuts it now, but
Oh, Tenpai for LPY.
yeah.
Choosing to throw the 6-mon and waiting on the 4-mon Forso Shampon. That weight is dead, so there's the 3-7 mons live for Tanya 1K, now 2. And drawn by LPY.
It's unfortunate. You know, LPY is kind of in that situation now where you just have to go and try and make the points back up.
Yeah.
But it leaves you open to stuff like this. But the dealership now gives the chance to make everything back.
Yep, decent shapes, 4 Ryanmans. 3-4-5 Sanshoku chance.
Yeah, we're at starting situation. No one else in an immediate position to call and speed up the hand.
But 2 completed blocks for AKTK.
Yeah.
And Mai has a pair of Doras.
Pair of doors. Mai has a 6-7-8 Sanshoku chance of their own. Tanya 1K can just speed straight towards Honitsu, maybe. That would allow them to call the Wests and things like that.
We'll see if they decide to do so before, let's say, drawing another East or a Haku. Obviously, if they draw like a 4 or 7, so I think they'll just go for a normal hand.
Most likely, yeah. But LPY is finding the stuff they need, and here's that Forso you mentioned. Here comes the Haku.
Yeah, Ishan 10 for LPY would like the 6-0 for the guaranteed Tanya.
And Tenpai for AKTK on the 7, so, but no Yaku.
Wonder if they're just specifically looking for a 5-0, or will they decide to Riichi at some point?
Yeah, probably. I mean, this early, you can afford to wait a little bit if you need to as a non-dealer. This Tenpai.
Oh, that's Senpai. So waiting on 6-9, so 4 left in the wall.
It's not bad odds for LPY. For a dealer. There it is.
Yeah, LPY saved. But AKTK is back into Tenpai on the 2-4-5 mon. So actually didn't have to go into Veriten or anything.
Yeah, really fortunate. Choosing to Riichi now on the Tanki East.
Or Tanki, which is dead.
which is dead and not discarded yet, so no guarantee to see it come out.
Surprised they didn't go for the wider weight, which also had like Tanyao and Pinfu, which would make up the Dora.
I
Because
was there.
oh, there's the 5-man. Typically, when you're fighting against another Riichi, there's more weight to having a good weight
Yeah,
because there's more value to be gotten by actually winning that fight.
especially coming up against a dealer Riichi of someone in last place. I feel like taking the worst weight is kind of asking for trouble.
And then there'll be that opposite side where LPY actually has a pair of ace, and then you throw the ace and deal into like a dealer Hanama.
Yeah. But
Hey, there's a sumo for LPY. Does get the Takame 6-0. So Riichi Tsumo pin for Tanyao Aka. No Uro, unfortunately, but a nice 4K all brings him back into the positives.
yep, great start here for LPY to at least bring themselves back into the match. And this hand again has potential.
Yep, but this time the opponents can speed up their hands. Hatsu pair for Tanyao 1K and a South pair for AKTK.
Yeah, and the rule set does sort of lead a bit towards players playing a little bit like ladder, where you don't want the person in last place to catch up. You at the same time you're always pushing for those first, so you're always just trying to win as much as you can. So you will see players avoid having, these sort of dealer rampages as much as they can.
Sometimes though, you don't necessarily catch much, especially if the fourth place dealer is like really low on the standings, and feeding them a few points here and there isn't going to impact.
In fact, like your personal
Much.
spot, yeah. No,
Nice 8-0 draw. Tanyao 1K puts him into Ishan 10, Rhiannon.
yeah. It hasn't even needed to call the speed up the hand yet. Hasn't the chance to call. Obviously, there's been no Hatsu yet, but same with the South.
That's Ishan 10 for AKTK as well.
Yeah, it's not looking too good here for LPY to continue, right now at least. Many other fast hands on the table. Even Mai is not too far off. Fact is that it's two Shantan.
Yes. Oh, there's a Hatsu.
So would come, will get called, and that will be still Ishantan.
Yeah. That's Ishan 10 for Mai as well. Oh, but 3 so given to Tanya 1K gives him Tenpai winning on the 2-5 pin.
KTK finding their South. Puts
4
him.
more 2-5 pins left. Oh, that's Tenpai for Mai. Reaching on the 3-6 pin for Riichi Pinfu. Oh, but 2 pin Sumo
Yeah.
for Tanya.
Mai hit
1K.
Tenpai. LPY hit Tenpai with the chi.
Yeah.
But yeah. Tanyao taking the hand away. And waking up with a pretty decent starting hand. Pair of East, pair of Norths. Got Akadora. Yeah, Fedora, yeah. Good starting position for them.
Yeah, not much going in the other players' hands.
Not much. Mai's got the Hatsu pair, but no value right now to speak of. Is in first, but obviously you like to see a little bit more. Crimson Wanderers are in 6th with a bit of a gap back down to 7th, but would like to see that widened a bit. Yeah, North Call here by Tanya 1K will let the other players know, I think, that something's going on. That is Tenpai, but no Yaku.
Yaku. Yeah.
Guess the awkward thing for Tanya 1K's hand is it's a little bit awkward to make use of both Dora.
Yeah, we'll see if they get the Ton Pon, if they decide to take the wider 2/5 mon weight or the Tanki on the Dora. Because the Tanki would be a Mangan versus just 2,900.
Yeah, it's a pretty substantial increase. Did you have to imagine you have to take the Tanki weight?
I did manage to get to Ishan 10. Still looking for that Hatsu. Oh, 1 man given to Tanya 1K, chooses not to keep it.
I think maybe Tanya 1K may have also been considering, it's like, oh, if I can find Manzu tiles early enough, then I can just shift the whole hand. But
Perhaps.
I think it's a bit slow. It's a bit too slow now to do that, and yeah. You're pretty much stuck to waiting for Vuitton to come now and working something around that, I think.
Ishan 10 for Chitoy for AKTK. Is Furishan on the Arca 5 pin though?
That's awkward for a Chitoy hand. Am I still waiting? Still no Hatsu.
Oh, 7 pin draw for LPY puts him into Ishan 10 for a potential 789 Sanshoku. Hatsu finally gets drawn, Tanya 1K, giving my Tenpai waiting on the 2-pin Tuso Shanpon. Tuso's out on the board, and the other pair of 2 pins are locked in.
Locked, yeah.
LPY's hand.
But
but he decides not to take Tenpai.
yeah.
Deals in.
Deals in, and Mai wakes up here with a very nice hand. At least for in terms of speed. LPY, I imagine, eyeing off at least the Honitsu, you'd hope.
Might just settle for Tanya. But I do like the idea of going for maybe even Chinitsu, honestly.
Like, I think if you're playing this normally, you know, the hand sort of will lend itself towards a Tanya hand, but
yeah.
You really try and want to bring back some points, I think. Tanya 1K able to call the north and have it be Yaku this time. Holding on to the last one for a Khan.
Did they have... Did they have 3 or did they just draw it afterwards?
I imagine they might have drawn it afterwards, but yeah. Throws it. They guess they see no need to try and give away points to dealer and to first place. You're not in much danger of falling to 4th, I suppose. So Tanya Sensation in that position where they can play a little bit more conservatively. But AKTK Tenpai on the 4-7, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you said Mai had a good starting hand, AKTK did have a lot of roundmans to build off of, and did manage to connect to them and get Tenpai pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So 4-7 so is 4 left in the wall.
1-4.
Can't imagine.
3 seconds.
Yeah. Can't imagine Mai would want to push the hand being 14 K ahead of AKTK, the deal.
No, no. I think you don't need to push that. It's just, it's not really the position you just want to put yourself into.
LPY did manage to get Tempai, winning on 2-5 so, but deals in the 7 so into Riichi Ura2 from
Ura2.
AKTK.
Just the twister knife.
Yeah, it's a massive Ura hit for AKTK there. Now just 4,400 away from my.
Yeah, so AKTK closing in on the first position. First would be really good for Oishikanade, who is in 7th with a, as I said earlier, but a 70-point gap back to 6. So a first here would pretty much erase that entirely.
Yep, and there's another nice steal hand for them. Does get the South.
The South, we've got Dora, we've got Akadora, and we've got Dora Acceptance, we've got Akadora.
Yeah.
But
Nice
it's a good
500.
start, yeah.
I feel like the only player who can contend with him is LPY. There's a 6-man draw. Can drop the 1-man for Tan Yao.
Yeah, LPY's hand is quite good, but
Oh, look at that Aka
is
5-pin.
drawing value after value. Ishanten now.
They're going to get the 4-so next.
Oh, naturally.
But all 4 of them are in the wall. Four pairs for my.
So now we've got a little bit of the opposite situation from last hand, whereas before Mai could avoid fighting against the dealer. Now you kind of want to win this hand because any win here by AKTK will more or less take first, if not put them right behind you. Which makes which just makes the South 4 a little more awkward to play in.
Yep, 7-pin cheat by AKTK, so it does take that 4-so weight for what will be South Dora 3. Oh, could weight increase. 2 of the 1-sos have already been cut, but does take the weight increase. Prioritizing winning this hand
Yep.
and grabbing first, at least temporarily.
But LPY finding the exact draw they needed for the Sun Manchan weight here. 258, so it is.
Oh, but the 1-so doesn't indicate TK.
Yeah,
I think that was a really wide weight.
it was
for
actually.
LPY. At least like 6.
I think it was 2-5. It was
Two
1
twos?
8-so and 2 2-sos. Yeah,
And 5.
it was pretty wide. Still, all things considered, but yeah, that's not to be. Deals in, donates a stick as well for his troubles. And yeah, AKTK now 200 points behind Maya.
So AKTK does have decent shapes.
Yeah, the West Anko, the Sozo's pretty good. The Manzu's obviously completed by now. Decent all things considered. Mai has 2 Dora.
Dora probably doesn't matter too much in this situation.
Not
I would
really.
have preferred a really quick hand.
Yeah, you just want to. You just want to take the dealership away. It makes it all the more awkward if you have to go into your last dealership, and you don't have first locked away, because you can't just win a cheap hand and end the game. You have to get a good lead and then let someone else win, and it's difficult.
Pretty interesting for Tanya 1K's position. Yeah, if they do get a Mangan Sumo, they would come first, thanks to the Homba.
Yeah, that is correct.
Unfortunately for them, one of the Haku they could use, other pair stuck in LPY's hand.
Yeah, and they are gonna, I think, rely on that a little bit.
Yeah, not the biggest fan of that chi because, like, what are you trying to accomplish? Obviously, you can just end the game, take the points, take the slight loss because Tanya's sensation is in second place.
Second place, pretty safe, all things considered. You'd have
But
to lose a lot of points, but
but there was a chance to, get like 70 points just
yeah,
from getting first from this. Like, it's like 2 Yakumans worth.
you're right. I mean, it's I I guess that they're trying to just speed up their hand, put things to an end here, but yeah, as you said, I'm not also the biggest fan of that G really because now you're reliant on that Haku, and in a situation like this where it's mochi, you run into that situation where it's like I'm trying to keep Tenpai, but you trying to keep Tenpai for a weight that's never coming.
Looks like LPY might just go for some sort of Cheetoy. Could have taken Ishan 10, but instead dropped the 4, so probably won't ever drop the Dora. So,
No, I can't imagine. So like, you need the
well,
points and
now back in Ishan 10.
8-stone looks not great in the wall.
Probably can't tell too much,
No, you can't.
but you wouldn't expect like 4.
Yeah. And looks like Mai will be going for a Tanyao in the end, this late into the hand, if they are to win it all,
Probably just a K10 kind of push, honestly.
probably.
And same for AKTK.
Yep. AKTK Tenpai, but no Yaku here. So this is it's 8, so can't deal in. But of course, Tanya 1K doesn't know that.
Probably won't deal anyways. Has a chance to get the 6, 7, 8 Danshoku has his Yaku.
Yeah, looks that way. Do you drop the Haku this late? I don't really feel like you'd want to.
Yep. And he drops a 4 pin instead.
So if LPY can find Tenpai, 5 pin will probably come out, which can be called then by Tanya 1K for Tenpai also. But one draw left.
Really important chi that I managed to get there. Oh, it looks like everyone's going to be Tenpai.
Yeah, we're gonna have potentially everyone Tenpai here. That's safe. 8 pins
no, 8 pin
fine.
safe. 6 pins good.
6 pins. You can probably just drop 3 pin.
Yep.
9 so's.
Should be better than a 5, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone Tenpai, which is important for us, especially my AKTK.
Yeah.
And starting off, South free, Humber free, Tanya 1K looks to have the fastest hand immediately.
Yeah, nice shapes, Pinfuria. Door acceptance.
Yeah. LPYs is a mess.
Honestly, just go for Kokshi.
Yeah, that appears to be at least hedging towards that decision for now. For no it is middle tiles. You can always back into a Chanter or something as well.
Not bad shapes for AKTK. With the 2, 4, 6 Ryankan in the Sozu. If they connect to that 3-man, they can drop the 9-pin pair. Also not bad for Mai either. So looks like it's going to be a race.
Yeah. First couple of draws for Mai's hand is just basically slotted straight in.
Unfortunate draws there for AKTK, dropping the 2-pin in and immediately
The
drawing the 4
backfire.
and the 3.
Yeah. So let's have a look here at this Kokushi. So we've got 2 9-pins left in the wall. We have 2 souths.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's still at 9 uniques.
Yeah, but there are draws. I mean, nothing's. I think is even 1 left. It's yeah, like as you said when you saw the hand, it's just like you just go for Kokushi and hope.
Probably we'll see a 6-0 drop from AKTK. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a clear outlier.
Sananko chat. 4-pin draw for Tanya 1K puts him into Ishan 10 for Riichi and potentially Adora.
Yeah, Tanya 1K's hand, as you sort of pointed out at the start, was pretty quick.
But Roundman Ishan 10 here for Mai.
Tempai.
That's Tempai. Riichi only. Does take it.
Riichi only, but depending on how much other players want to push here, it might shut down some stuff. Like this 2-pin's definitely not safe, so yeah, LP wires out.
Wonder if it would have been worth for Tanya 1K to try and pick up a 6-0 or an 8-pin or an Aka before reaching. Makes it a bit more likely to reach that Mangan Simmer. Though based on what they did last time, they're probably not specifically aiming for the Mangan.
Yeah.
K10.
K10 for AKTK. Yeah, there's no real way to salvage a Yaku from this hand, I don't think. Not this late, so yeah.
Obviously, it does matter if AKTK like deals into Tanya 1K's Mangan, you would drop a place. But really prioritizing getting Tempai, keeping that dealership, and especially if Mai's not Tempai, you would actually get bumped up to first.
Yeah, so now AKTK is hoping to hold on, but no, throws the Fruso. Didn't like the 8-man being Riichi sober.
Oh, and 6-0 was discarded.
Yeah.
From Tanya.
So
Alright, all last.
All last. So as
3,700.
Yeah, 3,700 back to second, and AKTK is 5,300 back to Tanya 1K, and LPY is over a Yaku
Yeah.
raw score behind. So, and this hand is not going to be Yakuman, I don't think. So
Probably very even just unlikely to win.
yeah, it's pretty rough.
Oh, nice 3-man draw there for Mai.
But Mai's hand, however, yeah, very, very nice looking. Got 2 Dora.
Yeah.
Just nice. It's just good. Good stuff. AKTK not too far off either.
Does sacrifice the Aka for the better gear.
Yeah, the better speed, which, yeah, I think that's perfectly fine.
Can of course draw like a 4 or 7 so and go for a Pinfu.
Yep. Oh, yeah, thanks. Thanks, Unwise. I did update the game, that I forgot to update the week. Where are we? Oh, nice, that broke everything. There you go. Sorry about that.
Oh, 3 so draw for Tanya 1k. Gives him a 3/4/5 Sanshoku chance, which might be the hand which gives them first place.
Yeah, and yeah, it's important. Again, the first place is just worth so much more.
Does start dropping the 9-pin pair for Tanya. Oh, 2 Ankos for LPY. Oh, but 4-pin draw is massive for Tanya 1k.
It's a big find.
Oh, will they pawn? No. Good. Go for that Mangan.
I mean, you may as well. You may as well.
Can drop a 5-mon, maximize the Pinfu chance. Which they do. AKTK's in Ishan 10. Not cutting the 2 so instead of the 5 so.
Yeah, interesting, because the Tuso shouldn't be needed by Maya, and was just recently discarded by LPY.
That is Tenpai for Mai. Does not Riichi. Western 5 so still one Western the wall.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a great Riichi with 3 draws left in the wall at the time.
If Suanko is hunting for LPY with 2 draws left.
Oh!
Oh my god, they actually got Tenpai.
Oh, you just have to Riichi, right?
8-mon 3-pin. 8-mon's gone. There's only one 3-pin, like just by looking at the board, and it's in Tanya 1k's hand. But hey, you know, 1,500, I guess.
So much for me saying this doesn't look like a Yakuman hand. Apparently you can just roll all your Ankos. But two Tenpais, Mai and LPY at the end at the Rikoku means we go once again. Now the gaps are a little bit wider for Mai. So we're looking at 6, 9. No, 6. That's not 6, 9. Oh, my math is terrible when I'm feeling muddled.
6,
7. 6, 7 back. And unfortunately, Tanya 1K did not manage to find the 10 pass. Now is a little further out. But is that perfect Mangan range?
Yeah, Mangan semi. So.
Yeah. Oh, with the Humber. Yeah, of course. Now it's fine.
Or Hanuman from either LPY or AKTK.
Yeah. And yeah, good, decent starting hand for Tanya 1K. We've got the Haku Anko, we've got the Hatsu pair, we've got the Akadora, we've got 2 other Dora. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Actually, could just call the 1-1, but maybe not since it is your best shape. Shouldn't be that hard to get. Ooh, but nice 5-pin. My Ishanten.
Yeah. It really tells that entire hand, really. And AKTK, very Tanyao-ish looking, maybe. Of course, you
There's
do
a
want.
Hatsu one.
Yeah, Hatsu. I mean, you can just, as you said, you can just call with the amount of door you've got. You can at least definitely take second.
Oh, it is tempting to keep the Aka, but just having the Hatsu, Haku, and Tudora is enough already. So Tanya 1K does correctly get rid of that Kanchan, seeing 2 6-pins already discarded by AKTK.
Yeah, really nice play. Identifying, yeah. It's just not necessary, and you can avoid having to deal with it. Okay, Mai does take this to confirm the Tanyao. Can't cut the 1-so, obviously, so cuts the 7-so for now.
Ooh, but 5-so can be punt here for Tenpai. But doesn't want the 3-pin, 4-pin weight. Instead would prefer like the 2-5-8.
Hmm. Another 6-pin from AKTK.
That's a Dora.
It is Dora, and that is somewhat important because now you're worried about maybe dealing into Tanya 1K.
Yeah, if Mai dealt into a Mangan by Tanya 1K, they drop all the way to 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're breaking apart their hand, keeping safe tiles.
Yeah, just trying to bring this down to Rikoku now is the best play. Ooh.
Ooh, Tenpai. Hatsu, Haku, Dora 4. So now they don't even need Sumo.
Friso is one
Oh,
left,
but they
and
do
there it
Sumo.
is. And
What a
would be
comeback.
fast. Hanuman Sumo is enough. And yeah, Tanya 1K taking the win for Tanya Sensation. My managing to keep second.
Yeah, Tanya Sensation looking down at all the plebs in 6 and 7s and saying, stay down there.
Yeah. Massive win. Here's where we'd normally do an interview, but I know we are 1 minute away from game starting.
That was one long ass hell of a game.
It started very quickly, and then the South round is sort of, there was a lot of very late hands from, so if I'm sort of remembering correctly, like a lot of hands would go in towards Rukoku or even hitting it. So we had a few Humber as well.
Yeah, but what we can do is we can just quickly look at the schedule and see what went on the other two tables.
The other two tables here. So we had, first of all, on the first table, a win from Shanpon with Jace. 52 points for Shanpon is also really good. Since, if I remember correctly, let me bring up my standings as well.
They are in 6th now.
6th now. In that same table, definitely Agents taking another last place is not really looking good for their odds. They probably had to win pretty much every game to make the cutoff here. So, I don't know if they're mathematically eliminated. I mean, I'd assume not, but it's pretty rough. Then in the other game, Eurosamba better taking a win.
That's really big for them.
Yeah.
I think they were 11th at like negative 140, 150.
Yeah, they were about that same point into Anko was, I think. So yeah, and then as we can see from that, this shifts it as, you know, as we just said, Champon up to 6 now. Ituanko still in 12th, but now a fair way off the pace, 180 points ish.
Wow, look at those three teams, 3 points separating that 8th spot.
Yeah, it's
That
it's a tight race for 8th. It's gonna go down to some of the last games, I think, because the top 8 never really managed to really separate themselves from the rest of the pack.
And we didn't mention on that the table Junk and Sumo did take a 4th. So we can see them just hanging above Oishkinari at negative 38.8. So some important rest of the game for them here.
Yeah, Drunken Sumo's done a bit of a yo-yo throughout the season. If I bring up the standings chart real quick, Drunken Sumo is the black line as you see here, and then recently, up and then down and then back up and then down and then now
Made a
they've been
resurgent.
climbing back up and then back down a little bit before the end of last week. Yeah, they've been that could be, I think it's especially because of that like say 7th to 12th spots been quite fluid for several weeks.
Yeah.
And it's only really now that you're starting to see a little bit more separation. But with that being done, we will be going into our second game, which will be on table one, yes, which is started. So that's excellent for us.
So it'll be Order of the Sparrow, Junken Sumo, Junken Run, and Fruiton Double Riichi. Have we spectated a table with both the UK teams?
I think maybe once. I think I
Maybe
did one
once.
last week. Yeah, the
Okay.
first game last week had both.
Yeah. So it's a battle of Junken Sumo and Junken Run in 7th and 9th.
Yeah,
Order of the Sparrow in 11th at negative 103.5, so also quite the important game for them here. And Fruiton Double Riichi up at 187. I feel like in the early half of the season they were hanging around like the bottom 3, so
they were in the bottom 3, then they were up to 4th for a while. Definitely had a very checkered season also, but yeah, I definitely remember them being towards the bottom at the start, and then obviously making that distance up. So yeah, I'm just going to update the overlay. And get the player names. Here we go. I keep seeing Foxtrot's name here with the asterisks. Oh wow, they all started in the order they are in the spreadsheet, so I didn't need to reorder.
I do.
Proceeding. Give me a sec, because the order of the sparrow name is slightly too long. I'm just gonna shorten that like this. Still a bit too long. Let me do that. Does that work? Yeah. Sorry. I'm just trying to make it look nice on the sheet, on the overlay rather. Okay. So this game started pretty much on the dot, so it should be good to go in the next minute or so. That should have updated the overlay. Here we are. Right, yeah, long first game. We've had a couple of long games towards the end of the season. Teams really trying to eke out the points.
Nothing better than a long game for two dead commentators.
Yeah. I've had brain fog for what feels like 4 days. It's been really upsetting.
Well, at least Tiles have blessed us with some pretty interesting hands.
Yeah, I still can't believe LPY managed to almost find Go. That was crazy.
But they didn't win it. Just like that.
Yeah.
Baiman and like Dilamangan Tenpai.
Yeah.
Just hard with the Hanchan.
Really unfortunate game for LPY. Just managing to deal in pretty much every opportunity. Alright, so yeah, we should be getting underway shortly. And just say for the table 3, we will be basically looking at the standings to try and find the more relevant games to watch from there on out. So there's no need to fret. We won't be watching like first and
First,
second play.
second, 13, 14.
Something weird like that, yeah. Alrighty, and we are underway.
What is these Dora Arco starting hands, man?
Dora Anko and 2 Metsus completed. And an Arca
Three
Dora.
Mentus.
Oh yeah, 3 Metsus technically with the Dora Anko, yeah. Okay, yeah, well, we're just Tempai, so... So what do you do here as Foxtrot? Do you just slam it?
Nah, you wait for the 1 or 2 one and you pick up Chantas.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's true.
I always find it interesting with these early Tempai Hanchans. I'm a fan of just like waiting for a couple of turns because it's not like anyone's going to throw it out
No.
normally. And then if you Tsimo, it's still going to be Tsimo Dora 4. And if you can pick up an upgrade, it's going to be really important. Oh,
On here.
oh, they're going for the Aka 5-man trap, waiting on the 3-man. And of course the 1-cut Haku.
Ishibashi smiling from above.
One of each left.
Yeah, this is not bad at all. No one's going to expect you have Dora Anko 4 turns in.
Some of the other players actually didn't have that bad hands to work with. I think Wildstar might keep pushing a tiny bit, and then also Mercedes is Ishan 10 for Tanya with 2 Aka.
Yeah, no. The other hands definitely weren't slow. So I think Foxtrot is more or less. It's a 2-1. Foxtrot more or less timed this, I think, very well. Unfortunately, that 3-man will slot right into Wildstar's hand.
Yeah, it's alright. 3 of the 1-mans are already cut, so Chanto was pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
Will we see the 8-so Suji here, taking the 9-so pair?
Not yet, at least. Might push it for Tempai.
HOA is also Ishan 10 here.
Yeah, and with a Tanya chance, you have to think you want to go for it because the value's not bad at all.
And could pond for Tempai, but doesn't.
The thing is, I think with these early Riichis as well, quite often you're expecting them to be on like a G-Toy weight, for example, especially once you see 5-so 4-pin 5-man. That's a weight upgrade for HOA.
Pretty unlikely to be a cheat toy weight unless they were like specifically waiting on the Dora pair, because that Aka 5-man Riichi is pretty weird.
Oh, yeah, I guess that you normally would hold on to the Aka if it's a spare cheat toy, but you still may be expecting like some sort of Tanki maybe, or Kanchan, or something weird. Especially not expecting Dora free.
HOA could have been Tempai, but didn't want to discard the live 4-7, so Suji.
So we're just waiting on the last Haku in the wall at this stage.
Wildstar is Tempai on the 6-man, 7-man Champan. No Yaku though.
No Yaku.
And now gets a 7-so, which is live. Does steal it.
Does steal it. So 1 of each 6 and 7 so left in. No, just 1.
6-man's gone. Yeah.
1 7-man rather. There's the Haku. You have to imagine.
A bit late, unfortunately. I think HOA will just cut
Yeah, because you've only got the one draw left.
Yeah.
That's the 6-man, which can't be won with.
Can't?
Rinja. Oh.
Did get Tempai at the end. HOA. And deals the Haku into Riichi Haku Dora 3.
We start again with a Mangan direct hit.
See, all these people complaining about not getting Tempai, well, that's a situation where you didn't want to get Tempai.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Trust in the 1-cut and just being absolutely ravaged by it. And
I think
Foxtrot's,
normally analyzers will say you should just cut it for like that temp Rukyoku.
yeah.
So pretty unfortunate for HOA, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, definitely unfortunate. But we go again. Foxtrot's hand is pretty decent. Wild Star with all three Arcadora.
But Mercedes with Hatsudora.
Yeah, Mercedes with the
What is
Hatsudora Anko. And
what is
the
actually happening?
Suno, you broke the RNG again. I'm gonna have to get back onto Twitter.
Yeah, send a message. Excuse me. All these players are getting Dora Ankos in their starting hand. Oh, we see 5-pin pawn from Wild Star.
Yeah, I'll imagine this going straight for Tanya here with the Arcas. You just wanna.
Yeah, but not
cash him
dropping the
in.
9 so immediately. It drops it now.
Drops it now, yeah. Maybe just went to autopilot and sort of completely hanging free pin. Maybe hoping to draw around the 7-pin to maybe find a Sanshoku, but yeah, no, just go straight for Tanya.
So Foxtrot dropping the 2-1 man here. I was initially thinking about that because then you can get like a Sananko chance. But if you had dropped something else, you could just get pin through. If you draw the 7-pin, for example.
Yeah. And yeah, Mercedes able to open with the Anko and the East pair.
Wild Star, 3 calls, still Ishan 10, but pretty scary showing 2 Arca.
Yeah,
Potential like Toy Toy, Tanyao. Senpai. Doesn't want to drop the Arca, the last Arca.
No, we've got the dollar signs in the eyes. Wants to use all the Arca.
Or she's actually just Kuro in disguise. Does manage to incorporate the 4-man. Waiting on the 3-6 man.
3-man,
There
one
is
left.
one of each.
The 6-man could be a little bit loose in Mercedes' hand. Especially now, if the...
I get the ton or the 5-man.
Ton would be devastating, and there is one in Foxtrot's hand. Oh. Do you just... it comes out.
I'll cut it back, yeah. I think you'd cut one of them with like the 7-man pond. The overlap isn't that good.
No, I was wondering... I forgot that the first was a chi, not a pawn. And it's like, oh, you can maybe back into some sort of toy maybe and save it. But yeah, no. Unfortunately, that does deal in. This Dora Anko was not cashed in on, unfortunately. And we wake up with another Dora Anko, because, I mean, why not?
Excuse me?
Yeah. 4 Dora in Foxtrot's hand. Pretty good.
Yeah, I might go towards Tanyao and drop that West pair. Not bad shapes for HOA. His dealership, last place on 13,000.
Yeah, we've got one Arcadora, we've got good shapes, as you said. It's not terrible. And no one's immediately that fast.
We see a Haku pawn from Mercedes. Does have the Dora White Penchan, but does still need a bit of help. Nice 3-so draw there for HOA.
Yeah, that really helps that hand. That was the question mark.
Oh, there's a Khan. Giving 2 Dora to HOA, so now their hand is Dora 3 as a dealer.
Yeah, can even cut the 2-so and make use of it all. It's potential, definitely a big big turnaround for HOA if they can cash this in. Dealer Mungan obviously puts you right back to 25k.
Yep, and like I said earlier, Foxtrot moving towards that Tanya by dropping that west pair. Another Khan from Mercedes. 4 pins and new Dora. Another 3 Dora to HOA's hand.
Oh boy. And still no one's that close. I really like HOA's odds here.
Wait, there's still there's still one so they can draw. They could have Riichi Dora 7 with 3 Aura indicated.
These hands never hit aura, so we don't have to worry about that. They always miss.
They only hit high pi Dora Ankos.
Yeah. Is trying to complete
that's tempo.
that. Yeah, we'd have to throw in the doors, but does it's still a really good tempo.
Takes the Riichi Dora 5 on the 4/7 mon.
Yeah.
Which is quite live. 4 left in the wall.
Riichi Dora 5 Pinfu as
Oh,
well.
I'm Pinfu, I didn't see that.
This is guaranteed Hanuman.
Yep, well, guaranteed to Mobaiman.
Yep. And again, as you said, the Ura is we do have the Ura.
Would like to see a Kazuei this.
Yeah, Kazuei. Kazuei is definitely on the tables here.
Although actually, now that I think about it, in these M League rules, a Kazuei is a Sun Paimon.
Sorry, Sun Baiman is rarer anyway. That's more interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's really far. Oh, but just as I say that, Mercedes does get tempo on the 5/8 mon.
5/8 man. There is an 8
Or 8 mon
man.
drawn. Not discarded. There's a 7 mon.
Oh no!
Oh, and there's a 5 mon.
Absolutely ruined.
Haku only.
Haku only. Oh, you'd have to be
That's so
fuming.
sad. That's so sad.
Well, that's how we go.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Yep. And we go to East 3, Miss Wildstar now. In second place, for Fury and Double Reach. Fury and Double Reach are sort of in that same situation of Tango Sensation where you're probably safe. So you don't need to play all that aggressively.
We see Mercedes with a Haku pair. Unfortunately, Haku's the door indicator. HOA is a Shanten.
Yeah, Foxtrot.
Not quite as large of a value as the previous hand.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to check the replay after that. I have to know with what those Uradora were. I'm not gonna be able to sleep inside Nook. Yeah, Foxtrot hand's also pretty nice here. Got potential Itsu on the table now.
Yeah, with that 5-pin draw, confirming the Aka 5-so usage by dropping that 6-so.
Yep.
So I think now they'll drop like 8-pin. Oh no.
Yeah, Mercedes as well, as you said. This hand's not all that bad, but might end up getting caught up on the Haku a little bit.
Nice 6-mon for HOA, can pick up Tinfu.
Yep, Ishanten now.
Oh, and that's a terrible backfire for Foxtrot.
Yeah, we'll pretty much guarantee that now you have to wait on finding another 4 or 7 1.
Oh, this is
You have the
awkward.
choice. I mean, you are Furiton. So
Yeah. So he decides to go for it.
yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, if you'd gone for the pure speed, his tempo.
Oh, yep. Could have demoed Pinfu Aka 2, but now Riichi Pinfu Dora 1 with Itsu on the 4-pin. Unfortunately, they're all dead.
They are all dead,
So
and
this is the 7-pin left.
1 7-pin in the wall, so unless we see a 4-pin come for some reason, we'll not be seeing the Itsu. There's Tempai for HOA now. Did cut the Chun last turn, which I mean was only one cut, not by the Riichi, and does able to throw the 7-man here for Riichi Pinfu.
3 left, so not that bad. 1 gets drawn by Wild Star now, so 2 left.
4-pin comes.
Oh, but the 4-pin comes out.
It was Genbutsu to the new Riichi.
Dealing to the Takame, Riichi, Pinfu, Itsu, Dora. For among that.
Yes, and now Foxtrot with a pretty good amount of points. I'm hesitant to say lead. It is a lead, but you know, who knows?
I'll say it. It's a lead.
Yeah, I'm worried about commentating curses. It's been rough. Okay, but yeah, looking at this hand, so Mercedes with their dealership, pretty decent start. The Hanchans kind of awkward, but otherwise I like everything else. And yeah, Foxtrot here might just speed right towards Honitsu.
I think they might have enough shapes that they won't have to rely too much on the Hanchan.
No, I think that's the thing I've been looking to move off immediately.
I'll start with an East and Chun pair, along with 2 other pairs, so potential toy.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with these pairs specifically, you got 2 chances of your Yakuha. You can just pun.
Nope, Foxtrot will probably move towards Honitsu. Yep, cuts that 7, so nice Dora draw there for HOA. 1 Dora plus the Sun Menchan.
HOA, yeah, the person who's been hit hardest here, despite having the the bomb of a hand. No, that she ruins the toy Honitsu. That's fine. Foxtrot not in need of the greed. Can just call for speed. 2-man slots right in for HOA there. Ishanten now.
Yeah, quite an expensive Ishanten as well.
Yes.
Should just cut the 4-pin here and keep the Sun Menchan plus 2 pairs. I cut the 3-pin.
That's the 3-pin, so now we've got the ramen, wait. There's the south, which will be called. So, Tempai for Honitsu south for Foxtrot, but Tempai also for HOA.
Yep, waiting on the 4-7-man.
The 4-mans are in hands, the 7-man is 2 in wall.
Mercedes pushing for that Chinetsu.
Yep,
We'll
you've
probably
got... Yep.
Chi again if she wants.
No. Yeah, it's a bit awkward for Mercedes. You've got a Riichi in the table. You've got somebody with 3 calls going for. At least what you'd expect would be Honitsu. And now you just need to call and speed up like this. Here we go. Not Tempai, not even Ishanten, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, and Wild Star.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Alright, Mercedes avoids it.
Oh, Chun Pon. Would still be it would be Ishanten. Would have to cut a 6-man. Oh, but the 7-man comes out from Mercedes. Dealing into HOA's Riichi pin through door 2. Mangan.
Mangan brings HOA back into contention, at least for second. Immediately, but we go into South round. So Foxtrot as a dealer here with the lead. Hands pretty average. HOA, we have a lot of Pinzu tiles. But he's throwing
2
mono
Aka.
tiles. Yeah, 2 Aka as well. Yeah, fair point.
Probably will want to go for a Tanyao.
Yeah, especially with the 5 mana, you can connect that to a Dora if you draw it.
Yeah. Foxtrot's hand could move towards a Honitsu. Is actually Ishan 10 right now for Chitoy.
The best Shantan you can have there is the Dora.
There's the 4-man you mentioned.
Yeah, so that'll make... If HOA can bring this hand to Tenpai, you're looking at Tanya, Dora free. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, how about we add Sanshoku Ipeko to that?
Yeah. No. It's got pretty good chances of at least picking up one of those.
I'll start also with Dora 3, but not quite as good shapes as HOA. Oh, but that Forso helps.
That Forso does help a lot.
Oh, 2-pin. Ishan 10.
It's sort of reliant on this Forso.
Well, even if you get 3 mana, it would be Tanya, Sanshoku, Dora 3. 6-pin doesn't do anything, I don't believe.
I don't think so. I think he just throw this back.
Yeah. Or the 3-pin. Okay.
So the 3-pin will make you miss out on the Ipeko. Probably.
I think you couldn't get Ipeko because... at least with the current Ishan 10. Because we anchored up the 2-pin.
Yeah.
There, HOA chose not to take the widest weight, which would be cutting the Aka 5, so...
That's cheat toy Tenpai for Wildstar.
Oh, hand did manage to come together.
Yeah. Just ended up drawing pairs. Just pair, and now found themselves with the cheat toy, and it does win. The free side, which was passed. And it was just immediately waited on, and yeah, there we go.
Yeah, HOA with a bit of hesitation there, initially not wanting to have the 5-6-pin Realman, and then when they drew the 7-pin, they wanted to switch over to that. But at that point, that, like you said, the 3-throw, which initially passed, then dealt into Wildstar.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. There's pretty much nothing you can really do about it. It's just bad luck for HOA once again.
HOA's last dealership here lasted 9,400. Does have the Twin Pond, but look at Foxtrot here, Tenpai with Riichi Tanyao. Unfortunately, didn't get the potential Sanshoku.
No, but I mean, from Foxtrot's point of view, you're just like, yeah, well, I can just put an end to this dealership right now.
Yeah, probably doesn't need the points anyways.
No, if you're in double reach, yeah, they're in third. Pretty safe, not guaranteed safe, obviously, but more or less.
I think that was fruit and double Riichi. I just meant more in terms of the table and coming first.
Oh, sorry, I meant order the spiral fruit and double reach. But yeah.
Does Sumo.
You're right.
The Riichi Sumo Tanyao. Oh, it does hit an Ura, so very nice Mangan anyways.
Yeah, so it is a bit different. Order the Sparrow is in need of points. And yeah, again, just putting a dealership end and just take this win. Just natural conclusion.
So Wildstar's dealership, a last chance to potentially catch up to Foxtrot, who is 23, just under 23k away.
Yeah, this hand isn't too slow for Wildstar.
Yeah, but look
But
at Foxtrot once again. Shanten
Shanten.
with 2 Dora.
Yep, you shut down 2 Dora, and if you do manage to find the west-north weight, it's pretty good.
Or can even just pawn the west.
Yeah.
Mercedes with south pawn, heading towards the Hanetsu.
Hanetsu, yep. HOA, just backfire after backfire. But that does help Mercedes value, who is in need of points also. There's the west.
There's the west. Should be pawned.
Pawn, there
Senpai.
it is.
For west, Dora 2, winning on the 6-9 man.
4 left.
4 left. Yeah.
Everything discarded so far has been by HOA.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect 4 left with Mercedes going for what you would assume would be a Hanetsu.
Yeah. So the weight's actually a lot better than it seems. But yeah, if Mercedes does find him, obviously she probably won't be letting go of him.
Tempai here for HOA winning on the 5-8. So if Wildstar does draw along the Manzu, that Lonely 5-7 will come out.
Yep.
Could pawn and drop a 1-man and go towards the Tan Yao.
Same situation. The 5-so will come out eventually. Probably. The 1-man comes now.
Ishan 10 for Mercedes, but does need the 5-man which she just pawned.
Yeah, the 5-man, when it was pawned, that's an upgrade for HOA. Obviously, they can just shift the Alka in the hand. The 5-man didn't help immediately, but did sort of give you that choice to skip a draw for Wildstar. There's a 9-man.
Yeah, Wildstar did manage to draw along the Sozu and avoid dealing into HOA, but ended up dealing to Foxtrot's West Dora 2.
West Dora 2, yep. And with that, we are in South 4. The whiplash between this game and last game in terms of speed. At least for now, we've hit South 4. Mercedes with their last dealership is in 3rd. Does need 26,000 points or so to catch 2nd. And then 1st is obviously just, for now, out of reach. And yeah, that is Tempai by Wildstar on the 6-man, but cannot win off that discard as they are no Yaku. Just, I guess, trying to find this a slightly better weight. Not having to Riichi on the Hanchans. As you said, it can be nice to wait a little bit when you get it this early, just to try and find a little bit of an upgrade somewhere. But I can imagine, but if we don't see something too long, we'll just see a Sumigiri Riichi eventually. Don't have to really worry about falling to 3rd, unless you deal into the dealer, I suppose. Yeah, there it goes.
There's Sumigiri Riichi.
So Foxtrot doesn't really need to do anything right now, can just play safe. But
does take Tempai.
He's throwing dangerous tiles. It takes the Tempai waiting on the 8-man, which they do have a Yaku for.
Just 1 left. And probably won't come out of
No,
Mercedes' hand.
locked in as a pair.
Unless she draws a 5-man, I guess. then it'll probably come out. 6-man. Oh, that might also.
Does
Well,
deal in.
Yeah, that one might have also made the 8-man come out, but instead she drops the 6-man, deals into Riichi Dora, and hits 2 Ura.
So let's drop it at last. Unfortunate
Yeah.
for Mercedes. That did feel the need, I guess, to push because you do have the chance to catch second. But yeah, that ends the Hanchan. Foxtrot was the dominating first.
Yep, and it looks like.
Spur. Are they coming in?
Yeah, we can get Foxtrot in. I think this will be the first time Foxtrot's joining us.
I believe so. So it all started with this Dora Anko. Oh, I do get to have a look at the wall. Exciting. Yeah, very strong performance from Wildstar for Order of the Sparrow. Yeah, again, they were in need of points. Quite a way off the cutoff.
Hey. Welcome.
Oh, hey guys.
Congrats on your win.
Oh, thanks.
Any initial thoughts on the game?
Well, I mean, I guess I got pretty lucky this time. I mean, yeah, we were initially like, I think we were like 10th, our team, and then I kind of got greedy on some of those hands, but yeah, well, it turned out okay. So I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys were like 11th at negative 100 and something.
Yeah.
Yeah, was your initial plan going into the game going to be pretty aggressive?
Yeah, kind of. Well, I mean, I didn't really have to be that aggressive. I got really good starting hands. Like, I mean, East 1, I think, was just pretty, straightforward. And yeah, so there's that. And yeah, I guess.
Well, you say it was straightforward, but you got the 4-man Hanchan. What were your thoughts?
Oh,
like,
yeah, this one, right?
For?
Yeah. There's one Haku out there, so I guess, I mean, the second one might be easier to come out for somebody else's hand if they were like playing a bit aggressive, I guess.
Mm.
And then, yeah, for the Kanchang, I thought, yeah, maybe Riichi was a choice, but yeah, I kind of guess I was a bit too, yeah, it was a bit quick decision. Not the best decision, maybe, but yeah.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Obviously, you can draw a 2-man or a 1-man and maybe even pick up a Chanta.
Yeah, but then, yeah.
And then obviously, as you ended up reaching on the arc of 5-man, taking the Haku and 3-man weight, and did manage to get the Haku.
Yeah. That too.
Your opponent, I don't know if I'm say blessed or not blessed by the wall, getting Tempai at the very end, and dropping that Haku and dealing into you.
Yeah, well, that was.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Well, I guess. I'm sorry, what?
I was just going to say, yeah, that HOA to your right here, just sort of finding the Tempai and feeling the need to go for the Tempai for the Rikyoku, and yeah, immediately able to cash in with Dora. Sorry, deal with Mangan.
My thoughts on this? I mean.
Oh no, I don't know if you needed any specific thoughts.
No. It was just like as you said, you sort of got you sort of just got, as you said, kind of lucky early on. Like even this hand here had the potential to be very quick, and you didn't end up winning it, obviously. But
Nah.
Yeah, and then straight away, no, not straight away, but very shortly afterwards, this was the hand that was
This one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the
Back
the
here.
Furitan was kind of
Yeah, so if we go back to turn, well, let's go to turn 5. So one turn earlier.
Oh, one turn earlier. Sorry, you're right.
So you're confirming the Arca by dropping the Zixo and then also keeping the 5-pin in case you can go towards like an
I
Itzu.
was going to Itzu.
Yeah, and then the next turn you got a 4-man. I was
Yeah,
thinking
that's
how
when
you might just drop the 8-pin.
the 8-pin. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. I was thinking more of. I was actually thinking for. I was going for Itzu, but yeah, yeah, maybe the Liangkan was a better decision. Yeah.
Yeah, and then unfortunately that backfired pretty shortly soon.
Yeah.
Pretty much immediately, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then on the 9-pin draw, I assume you just thought, well, yeah, I'm just gonna drop it, and I'm not gonna risk the Furitan and
Yeah.
confirm the Itzu more or less, or the Itzu chance. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, we pretty much
Yeah.
assumed as soon as we.
Yeah, the Liangkan was kind of awkward. Yeah.
Yeah. And which again you managed to win. So that was a nice 8,000 point hand.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then from this point, I mean, you've got a pretty strong lead. Did you feel safe with a 20k lead, or is like the experience in other games sort of showing you that you still
Yeah,
want to
not
push for
really.
more?
Not really. Well, I mean, my teammate on the last Hanchang was I think he also got like some at least it was like 39k or something, and then he ended up like third. So yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah. And then if I could, I was able to grab more points at this point. So yeah, I kind of went. Still, yeah.
Yep, and then your last hand in South 2. This was the really quick tempo on turn 2.
Yeah, this was really yeah.
Yeah, didn't get the
Nothing much to say about
Sanshoku.
this, I guess.
Yeah, didn't get the Sanshoku, but managed to simmer
Yeah,
with an Ura, which is
still,
a Mangan.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing to say.
Yeah, but pretty much straightforward. Yeah, the Euro just
Uh-huh.
really sort of put it back, and then yeah, as soon as your toyman was unable to convert this hand, I imagine you're feeling pretty safe.
I'm sorry, what?
As soon as your toyman was unable to confirm, like to win their last dealership, I imagine in this this hand you ended up pushing for Tenpai. Like with this 9-pin wasn't safe, and then this 8-so was only Suji, things like that.
Yeah. And could yeah.
Like,
why did it delay? Oh yeah, it was Fuji. Yeah.
it was Suji, yeah.
How
Yeah.
much were you going to push this Tenpai?
How much? I mean, this was about it. So
That's about it.
yeah, I could have went Haku, like 3 Hakus. If I actually did draw like a dangerous tile or something like that. Yeah, I was planning on just on the 3 Hakus, but eventually that didn't happen. So
Yeah, no, it just pretty much ended straight afterwards. The 9-so was fine.
Yeah. And yeah, that.
that. So yeah, I mean that pretty much put an end to it. It was a pretty straightforward game by you in the end. You sort of just won your big hands, 3 plus Mangan plus hands.
Yeah, there's not really that many difficult choices that I had to make. So
no.
Yeah, I think some of the things that we didn't get to see was that your opponents did also have some big hands at some point, which they didn't manage to win.
Yeah, this East 2 hand here was Riichi Dora 7, was it? 1, 2, 3.
Riichi Pin Fedora 5.
Riichi Pin Fedora 5. Things like that. Were you worried at this? Like, because I mean, you can't see like. You see that you have Dora. But
I did have Dora 3. Yeah. What did I deal there? Let's see.
I mean, this one in general, I think with the Riichi and things like that, you sort of, the 2-so came here. The 8-so was just passed.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I was playing kind of defensive over here, but yeah, I was trying to. eventually I was trying to push, so without actually having to push. Yeah, that was what was in my mind. But yeah,
Don't think you had to play any dangerous tiles.
Yeah.
Nah.
So.
But yeah, like this could have blown the game wide open. Luckily for you, it didn't. But yeah.
Yeah.
The combination of winning your hands and your opponents not winning their hands turns out to be a recipe for coming first. Who would have known?
Yeah,
Who would have thought? Yeah.
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
All right, thanks for joining us, Foxtrot. Your win puts
thank
you guys into 8th, so you are now in the top 8.
Yeah.
You guys have 1, 2, 3 more games. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 more games.
I believe. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Three more games.
Not that many. So yeah.
So not in the safe zone. Still, will have to fight.
Yeah.
For these last 3 games.
See what I can do. Next game's still me. So.
Cool.
I'll
leave you to a break, and good luck for your game.
All right, thank you.
Thank you
guys.
very much.
Thanks for joining us.
Radio, and with that, I think all the games have ended, correct? Yeah? Yes. So, if I pop open the stats here, so we can see elsewhere, while we watch this game, Jace had another win for Shanpon.
Wow.
Another pretty good performance for them has moved them all the way up into 5th place. A 4th from Nikasa in Pin True Powers puts them, I mean, they were already in last, but it puts them further into last. Unfortunately, LPY managing to salvage a 2nd for Itsuanko and a 3rd for FA Agents, who were 2nd last. So not too much shifts other than Shanpon moving further into the top 8. And in the other table here, another win for Urasan, but better. SKL.
Wow.
Continuing their winning ways. AKTK finding a 2nd for Oishikanare, 3rd for Unwise Owl, and a 4th for Pigyo. The top 2 teams taking a little bit of a loss, but yeah, they are more or less, still in a pretty safe position.
Yeah, so in these 6 Hanchans, in these first 2 set of games, basically Urasan and Shanpon making waves.
Yes.
Bumping them up to 5th and 7th respective. Oh, I said Urasan first. So 7th and 5th respectively, dropping Oishikanare,
Junkin Sumo.
I think Junkin Sumo and Junkin Ron.
Junkin Ron was, I think, just out of it, but yeah, Junkin Sumo was up there. I think Auto the Sparrow dropped a little bit of positions from the first game, but with that win there, they moved up.
No, I think they would have been on 11th.
Yes, they moved up. Oishikanare dropped out. Junkin Sumo dropped out. Junkin Ron, I think, shifted down a little bit, but I don't think they were top 8. Maybe I'm wrong. Regardless, 3 games left for most teams, 4 for some. We still got, the positions for the top 8 is still pretty much anywhere from 5th until 11th is to play for immediately. Yep.
So that means we are probably going to watch the 3rd table for this 3rd Hanchan, which does feature Foxtrot again. It'll be Typhon for Shanpon in 5th, Foxtrot for Order of the Sparrow in 8th, Gwills for Tall Dreaming in 4th, and AKTK for Oishikanare in 9th.
Yep. This would seem to be the table to watch. Yeah, for sure. So we'll be back in just over 10 minutes. So we'll take a quick break here. Get up, stretch your legs, grab some water. Be back momentarily. Alrighty, we are back. Game should be getting underway within the next minutes. Hope everyone had a nice break, considering we didn't get one off the first game.
Yep.
Since it ran long. But yeah, it'll be a good game. I think this third table. We'll be seeing Foxtrot again. We'll be seeing AKTK again. Typhon and Ghouls have both been on stream as well.
I think all these remaining games are going to be fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
Teams all shuffle between above and below the top 8.
Yeah, exactly. It's exciting times. Everyone trying to make the cutoffs. Yeah, it really makes for really engaging content to watch. But yeah, looks like Jay is starting up all the tables now.
Nice. Yeah, looks like Jay's playing on the second table.
Yes, he is. Jay's had a pretty good season so far. I was just looking at this before, just looking at the individual standings a bit. Obviously, he's updated for tonight, but yeah, Jay's positive. He's played this will be his 6th game, which is more than he has in the previous seasons. I think he's always just hit that the cutoff of like 4 games or so. So I imagine he's probably enjoying himself a little bit more. But yeah,
if we do look at 4 players: Typhon, Foxtrot, Wills, AKTK. Typhon's at around negative 61.5. I don't think he's played tonight. So
no, I don't believe so. It's been 2 JS games. Yep.
So he's still there. AKTK is negative 56.8, but he got a 3rd in the first game that we watched. But he got a second.
Yeah.
Second game. So he's playing all 3 games tonight.
Yep.
And then obviously Foxtrot will add.
Foxtrot we saw the first, but
He was already at 116.8.
Yeah.
They're probably
nice wild start,
towards like 5th or something overall.
Yeah, he's definitely moved up the standings, and again we do have the individual tournament afterwards, assuming SPT is still running that. I would assume so.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And Grill's at plus 34.1.
Yeah, and Grills has been, I think, a player of the team league since the very first one as well. Tile Dreaming, I think, has had a little bit of team change here and there, but has more or less stayed the same. So, here we are. The games did all start, so we will be getting underway here momentarily. Let me quickly update the seating. Where is my Photoshop? There we are. We will get Gwills for Tile Dreaming in the first East seat. Followed by AKTK Foxtrot. And then Typhon in 4th. I don't really think the seeding really matters all too much in terms of how you approach the game, but obviously, like from the start it doesn't, but as the game goes on it can actually make a fairly big difference, because in terms of like when your last dealership is, that might determine exactly how aggressive you need to play.
It typically makes such a large difference at the professional level that there's still discussions on how we can structure seeding based on like standings.
Yeah.
In some sort of league format. Because obviously once you reach like the last game of the league, just like here, there's gonna be some players where the result of their game really doesn't matter at all, and others is gonna matter a lot, and the seeding does play into that.
Export. There we go. Yeah, no, I've definitely remember hearing about it in the more upper pro leagues, M League and stuff like that. WRC. It does seem to make differences, towards that higher level, as you said. And you don't want to have that sort of possibility of people saying, "Oh, well, it was unfair because I got X seed."
Yeah.
For example, like in WRC, for example, or generally in live play when you play tournaments, is you do have cutoffs for when a game will end. So if a Hanchan runs overly long, whether the play's a bit slow or there's just a lot of Honba, the later you see it, the more you risk losing out your second dealership.
Yeah.
Which can obviously make a big difference.
That's something I always disliked, not playing like a full Hanchan.
Yeah, because usually you're trying to account for that as you play. At least to a certain degree, and then if you miss out on it, it can really affect your positioning in a severe way, because you're relying on that last dealership and you just miss out on it. So anyway, we start here. In game, we've got Gwil's Paris South. No Dora to speak of, but couple pairs.
AKTK on the other hand, twin pair, good shapes, 2 Dora.
AKTK definitely poised here to perhaps take a quick, expensive win.
Foxtrot as well, first and last Hanchan, really nice shapes, and plus a Dora, and Typhon with a pair of Hakus and 2 Dora as well. So not looking too good for Wills in the starting dealership.
No, yeah, an AKTK pairing, finding the Chun Anka rather than just immediately dropping the Akadora. Full steam ahead for them.
Ooh, Typhon not taking the Tenpai with the Haku pawn.
Yeah, I guess not liking the Kanchan maybe, or maybe just wanting to get a little bit more value. You do have the 2 Dora.
Maybe not the type to open.
Could be, yeah. If I take a quick look, we can sometimes gain a little bit of information from the stats. Typhon open rate, it is 30%. Not the highest you can
pretty
see,
normal.
but pretty normal, yeah.
But Foxtrot is Ishan 10, Round Menchan, San Menchan.
Yeah, Foxtrot, as you said, that starting hand was just pretty good.
Oh, now with 8-man, gets to slim down to Tanya as well. Well, Tanya Chance.
Tanya Chance. Yeah, pretty nice. It's the second Haku, which is held by Gwils for now.
Safe tile.
Wasn't paying attention. Did he see the pause?
Not quite sure.
Yeah, that is Ishan 10 for ATK, Tenpai for Foxtrot. On the San Menchan, wait.
Ooh, and an 8-pin. Stuck in Typhon's hand, but does fall temporarily with the Haku. The Tenpai also for AKTK, waiting on the 1-4-man for Riichi Chun.
Alright, 1-4-man is 4 on the wall. And the
2-5-8 pin is 2 plus 1, no, 2 plus 0 plus 2. So also 4 on the wall.
4 on the wall. But yeah, as you said, 8-pin stuck in Typhon's hand. Now 8-pin also stuck in Gwil's hand here. And Gwil's So go on.
Typhon should be pretty safe with like the 4-so and 1-so Suchis. And 3-so,
Hmm.
5-man. So.
Typhon should be okay if as long as they play defensively enough. Gwills, I'm a bit worried about.
Oh, but
That
Typhon
too-
actually went with a 9-man, which wasn't safe. Oh wait, Will's discarded a 9-man earlier
Gwills
actually.
discarded the 9-man, which was Genbutsu to 1.
Ooh. Okay, doesn't push the hand any further, plays the safe 2-man. The 4-man comes out from Foxtrot, dealing into AKTK's Riichi Chun.
Yep, as
2,600.
always, I'll let me pause the music, sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, as always, Ryamen over Sanmen-chan.
Yes.
And we go straight into East 2 for AKTK. So yeah, as you said before, a third and a second from him so far tonight. Has seen Oiskanare just drop out of the top 8 just based on not winning. So, 7 pins, good find.
Does have 4 pairs, so if they can pick up like another Dora, for example, might move towards a Cheetoy. Foxtrot is Ishan 10 with an Itsu chance. Kitsuki on the 2-man 3-so.
Yeah, Foxtrot's good RNG keeps rolling, I suppose.
Oh, that's not the best Tenpai.
Yeah.
The question is, will they take it or throw back the 4-man? Or throw back the 4-man.
Yeah, not a really good feeling Tenpai for sure. Not with the potential that the hand has.
Oh, that's a nice draw. 2-so takes the 1-4-so weight, which includes the Dora.
Yep, so
It's just
only for
Riichi
now.
only. Yeah.
Yeah, but we could see Adora, we could see Uradora, so potential to
2
improve.
of each. Hatsu is passed by Typhon. Should see everyone just dropping their safe honor tiles.
Yep. There's a second one offered. So it is passed, so now Typhon has 2 extra safe tiles they can throw whenever they choose. First one comes now.
Gwills actually doesn't have that many safe tiles to work with.
No.
So might see like 9-man. People like discarding terminals.
Yeah.
4-pin?
I'm people. 4-pin is Hatsuji.
There's a 4-so drawn by Typhon. So 1 of each left.
Yeah, 1 of each left. They did find the 1-sos also. You have to wonder how much they're willing to push this hand, considering you've now got 3 Dora, but you are still quite far.
Yeah, Ishan 10. And now 2-so is Suchi.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I somehow thought this was further, but no, you're right. It is Ishanten. Yeah, I guess 7-man Genbutsu. It's the throw 5-man.
Oh.
That's gonna make things difficult.
I think here you might just fold with so few turns left. Your weights are pretty bad. But they decide to keep the Ishan 10, dealing into the 4-so
1 Ura.
for Riichi Ura. Not too expensive.
Not too expensive, but yeah, did manage to find the Asane. At least to work a little bit.
Yeah, Foxtrot's dealership. Chun and Dora, no one has any.
No Chun in the wall, godless high buys.
All in my hand.
Yeah, naturally. There's one now. Pretty average hands all around. You got the Hatsu pair for AKTK.
Yeah, Aka for Typhon. Gwills have 5 blocks with a lot of Hanchans, so would like to upgrade them if you can.
Mm.
Or just fill them in.
Yeah, or just draw them. It's that easy. Here goes one of them. Foxtrot now. Yeah, this hand is progressing pretty quickly, but does throw the one Dora that has been picked up.
Is Ishan 10, if they connect the 3 pin, maybe Tanya pin view.
Mm.
Drop the 3 pin now
3
for
pin.
pin view.
Prepinners, yeah, gone now. Got Ipeco chances.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone else's hands pretty average. Actually, now dropping the pair of 9 so.
One's out already. Unfortunate backfire on that 8-so Kanchan for Quills.
Yeah, man. Yeah, as you said, you had a lot of Kanjans. Picked one, just picked the wrong one. There's not much you can do about it. Yeah, there's no one really drawing what they need.
Really just waiting for Foxtrot to Tempai.
Yeah. There hasn't been a Hatsu drawn for AKTK to pawn.
It's an 8-man for Typhon. Puts him into Ishan 10. Ryanman Ryankan.
So yeah, Typhon the first one to come closer to catching up. Yeah, managing to fill their one Kanchan.
Nice
Now.
upgrade to a Ryanman here with 2 of the 7-sos already out.
Yep. Foxtrot also changing up their weight a little bit.
Upgrading to Sanmin Chan. Typhon also picking up an Aka.
Yeah, so now Typhon's hand is looking pretty good.
Good
It's-
call for like an Atazuke 345 Sanshoku. It is getting quite late.
Yep. Already on third row. I'll probably end up having to call for K10.
Oh, but that's Tempai for Foxtrot. Doesn't Riichi, takes the 258, so free 10. Not free 10. Dharma.
Dharma.
Which
and he's
immediately comes out from Typhon.
rewarded Pinfu only. But does manage to, pick up some points, continue the dealership.
I would have personally liked a Riichi there. Because even if people fold and it goes to Ryukyoku, that's 3,000. If you run, it's just 1,500.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you do manage to win the hand, it'll be worth a lot more.
Especially if a Sunman Chan, there's not terrible odds you can cash it in.
But a Foxtrot repeat dealership does get the Hatsu pawn. Got a lot of Manzu. And with that Chun pair, we'll drop the Sozu Roundman and go for a Hanetsu.
Yep.
There's actually Tempai.
The 5/8 Man, which is still
Might
at
be-
this point 6 left.
Might be awkward if Typhon draws a 7-man and doesn't need the second Dora. Oh, but with that 6-man drop, he is pretty safe.
But that 8 Man is definitely not safe in AKT.
Yeah, I think that might just come out. Because the hand is, the Ishan 10's too good. Oh, but wants to keep it. Maybe a bit suspicious of the 4-so 5-so drop from Foxtrot.
It is a bit telling. The fact you're willing to cut a middle Ryanman that early. If you know, as long as you've noticed it. But yeah, I assume he might have. Based on that, willing to hold the 8-man. Chun comes here. But Foxtrot does, yeah.
Oh, now we'll really see. Yeah, AKTK really just doesn't want to throw Manzu.
Does Typhon also hold the Suji, but not? Typhon had been throwing. Yeah. Yeah, he had been throwing Manzu, so there was a decent chance it was going to come out.
It's a really nice defensive play there from AKTK.
Yeah, heads up play from AKTK. Very well done. And then Foxtrot off to a early lead in this game also. And this hand looking a little bit worse for them. AKTK's hand is not bad. Will's hand's pretty good. Even Typhon's hand as well. Decent shapes still around. That Frieza is hard to use now, but can work it in for Gwils.
Could just make 2 Mensus out of it.
Hmm.
Or just cut the 2 Forso now.
Yeah, that would work
it
as
as your
well.
pair.
Yeah. Just confirm it as a pair. I would like to. Oh, well.
Probably just cut one of the Manzu. Yeah.
Yeah, come on the Manzu. I don't think you'll see this hand go Honetsu.
Quite a wide Ishanten here for Gwils.
Yeah.
I think. Actually, just every Sozu is Tenpai.
Yeah, that's why I think you're probably not going to see this hand go
Oh.
Honetsu. Yeah, now it's looking
Okay.
even better. So what is the best Tenpai here for Gwils?
3-so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice 7-pin draw for Typhon. He's actually Tenpai on Chitoy. Takes the 1-pin Tanki for Riichi Chitoy. All of them in other people's hands.
It is those edge, that is
Oh, that's Tenpai.
technically a Tenpai.
3-so is safe, so you probably... Oh, he's going for the trap on the Genbutsu 3-so. Will it come out from... Oh my god, it came out from Foxtrot! The last 3-so for Ipeiko Dora 4.
That's a nasty run.
That is such a nasty run.
It's rewarded. That's a big win for Gwils. Ends the dealership of Foxtrot. Takes a manga directed for his efforts and takes us into East 4 for Typhon. Pair the East Doubleton. Dora.
Yeah, but AKTK has a really nice hand. Is actually Ishanten Kutsuki on the 7-man 6-so.
I think it really mattered what he threw, but yeah, as you said, this,
I think the 1-man's pretty good because if you do, like, let's say draw a 6-0 or a 7-man and you don't want to take the Shampon, you can drop like a 1-pin. Oh, like, okay, they do take the Tenpai. Like, you could drop a 1-pin, and then if you connect to the 6-0, you could pick up Tanya by dropping the other one.
Sure, yeah, you are right with that. But yeah, it does take the Tenpai and the 1-pin 7-man.
Oh, could shift towards Tanya by dropping a 1-pin.
So that's a choice, doesn't.
That is Tenpai for Foxtrot.
Waiting on the 9-man. So we have 2 Tenpais with no Yaku right now.
Yeah, Foxtrot actually has door 3.
Yeah.
Oh, and does get the 2-sided weight. So AKTK with the Hanchans 6-man. The second one now drawn from Typhon, so 2 left. Foxtrot with the 7-so, 8-so weight. Another one drawn from Typhon.
So 6 months in the come.
One of each left. And the 6-man. Yeah, then Riichi Aka, Ura.
I think it's a little bit too tempting with the double tongue with the Dora and the 2 Pinzu shapes. But
yeah, really unfortunate hand for... Well, set of hands for Foxtrot, first dealing into the last 3-so Tanki, and then now not winning the Dora 3.
Yeah. Yes, but straight into South round. So Gwills with just not winning, just not being in first, rather.
Does have a Mensu with 2 Roundmans and an Arca, so can build off pretty easily. AKTK has a Hatsu pawn with an isolated Arca. Would like to draw the Dora to connect it with.
Yep. Does find
Oh, that will do.
Yeah, that'll also work.
Foxtrot is 2 Shanten for Tanyao. Ishanten.
Ishanten now.
No, not
No.
Ishanten. Too many blocks.
Yeah, you're right. So as the cuddle block goes to the 3-5 pin. Kanchan.
And Typhon with that 1-0 draw is now Ishanten as well, looking for a pair.
So quick hands from everybody here, and it will be a matter of who can find what they need first. 5 man goes into Typhon's hands, really nice there. Now with a very nice weight.
Oh, that's
10
10-5 for AKTK.
So 3-6 is
Freezer dead. 2
Freezer
left.
dead. 2 6-mans left. So obviously
Good that the door is alive.
Yeah, door is alive, so you can just pull it.
Can also draw a 4-pin for the 4-5-6 Sanshoku. That's 10-pi for Typhon.
To imagine we'll see the Riichi here, and we do.
The
Which way?
5-8 man or the 3-6 though?
Yeah. Imagine the 3-6's a little bit better.
3-6 would be 5 left, 5-8 man would be 4 left. Just based on the hand, like what you can see on the board. Does take the 5-8 man weight.
Yeah, it was actually interesting because depending on how things go, the 3-6 man could have been head bumped by Foxtrot. So did manage to at least avoid that. So now you have a Riichi on the board. You have calls. It's a bit awkward for girls.
AKTK playing really safely. But doesn't matter. Also gets drawn by Typhon dealing into Foxtrot's Tanyao Dora 1.
Tanyao Dora 1. And yeah, Foxtrot bringing back a little bit of the points. And the Gwill's dealership. So now AKTK with the chance to extend their lead over Gwill's.
Does wake up with 2 Dora.
2 Dora, but not much else right now.
Luckily for him, there's not too much else going on with everyone else's hands.
No, everyone
Does have time.
Pretty much the same speed here. Typhon finding the 8-so here is great. Free pin for Gwills is also great. So it does have time, but depending on how well people keep drawing, we'll eventually run out of it.
West anchored up by Gwills is Ishanten.
So yeah, Gwills Ishanten now. It's pretty decent Ishanten, all things considered.
Very likely just Riichi only.
Yep.
Ooh, a nice 2-pin draw for Foxtrot. Puts them into Ishanten, potential San Anko. But an isolated Dora.
Imagine you can't feel too bad about the San Anko if you have to throw Dora.
Ooh. Upgrade for Typhon.
There we go.
Oh, and bye. 7-pin, 8-pin, 1 left.
Yeah, 1 left. I need a 7-pin left to sumo here for Foxtrot.
Ishanten for AKTK.
AKTK's last dealership, and yeah, Wish Kanare does need a win. Getting closer. But that 5-so draw for Typhon's a bit awkward. It's already going to be kind of hard to drop the 9-pin. The 6-pin might help that a little bit.
Oh, and
Found
just managed to sumo the last 7-pin. So Riichi sumo Sanako. No, but
No.
really nice Mangan.
Yeah, very good Mangan for Foxtrot. Brings him back into first, and now it is a fight for first between 3 players.
After those 2 disastrous hands, somehow Foxtrot still managed to get himself back to first.
Yeah, no, very, very well done. So South free, and yeah, everything to play for. Quill's waking up with a very good hand here.
Yep. Also not too bad for Foxtrot. Does have the Haku pair, one of the other 2 in AKTK and Typhon's hand.
Yeah, so likely to see one come out eventually. There is, it is offered. 6-pin, probably.
Oh, Amon.
Oh.
Doesn't want to go straight for that on it. So.
No, still hedging the decision, which is perfectly fine, I think. 8-man now, 6-pin now.
Well, that's a nice pair for Typhon. Puts him into Ishan 10. Thinking about either dropping the 5-pin or the 7-mana, I think.
Yeah, it throws the 7-man. So yeah, we'll give up on Dora unless you manage to find 2 of them, I guess.
That was a nice 6-pin draw for Grills as well. Ooh, and even better 5-man draw. This is a massive Ishan 10. All the Manzu and 5 to 9-pin. So essentially, just under half.
Just under half the
The
does.
whole,
Yeah.
half the whole time.
So yeah, despite how things might have looked.
Ooh, that is Tempai for AKTK. Hanchan 8-pin, no Yaku, no Dora. But does take it. Putting pressure on everyone else right now.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about reaching in situations like this.
Ooh, there's the Itsu. Riichi's on. Oh my god! Riichi's on a 6-9 pin, but AKTK just rips the Apatsu out.
Rips it. That's really well done for AKTK. So South 4. Typhon out of it now. Just needs to win anything to keep it going. AKTK in first with 4,800 point lead over second, which is a 400 point lead over third. So most things will take first for either of the 3 players. AKTK's hand is really good. But and so is Typhon's hand. At least it looks good. It's more Cheeto-ish than I first noticed, but there's some good looking hands here. Foxtrot has some pretty good Manzu shapes. Mensu completed in the Sozo. It's a pretty quick hand, all things considered, but
Yeah, it is actually Ishan 10. Does pick up an Arca. Maybe they can upgrade.
yeah. KTK just
Gwills.
will need to find any dragon. Gwills' hand is also coming together.
I think normally you'd see like a 2-man drop sort of hedge both Mensu and Chitoi because with that 7-pin you can accept the Dora for a normal hand.
Yeah, so Foxtrot does take this Tempai on the Kanjan 4-man for Ipeiko, Riichi.
Dora, so
Dora.
a run off anyone would be first. Oh wait, no, it's not. Yeah, with the Riichi stick as well. So Foreman is one left in the wall.
Yeah, one left in the wall, but we've seen that doesn't really matter so far with Hanchan. You can just rip him. I'm so tense.
AKTK folding, pretty much. Oh well, no, actually, never mind.
Not so much yet, but
Oh, but now.
that's a fold. Yeah, yeah. He's in an awkward situation. You're a bit far from tempo. You just kind of have to hope that Foxtrot doesn't hit, or that it's not enough.
Mm. But Typhon pushing his last dealership, obviously not much to lose.
Yeah, nothing to lose, everything to gain. So push.
3 calls, still Ishan 10. Oh, Tempai, but 310 on the Atozuke 4-pin, which there is one left on the board. One left in the wall. Oh, but
There
drawn
it
by
is.
AKTK now.
AKTK can for. Oh,
Well, 4-pin is Genwood.
it is Gambit to the dealer. Yeah. I was just the North just passed, but I guess he's holding on to that regardless.
Actually, I think it's basically 100%. I guess they could have 5. I guess Typhon could have had 5-6 pin. Actually, no. AKT had the 5-pin. Wow, but Foxtrot Simmer's last Foreman. Riichi Simmer, Ipeko, Door 2.
Door 2, Mangan, and
Which
another
gives him
win
that.
for Foxtrot. Yeah. So back-to-back wins for Foxtrot on the stream.
Yeah.
AKTK holding on to the second for Ishkanari, Ghouls third for Tile, Dreaming, and Typhon a last for Shampon. Luckily, it wasn't too bad of a loss for Shampon, but does undo a little bit of work they did to get up to 5th.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's
We'll
coming
put
back
them
in.
into the danger zone.
Alright, let me grab the replay up here. Yeah, as you said, it does sort of just make things a bit awkward for Champon. I mean, they did well to close the gap. But yeah, minus 60 will drop them back to negative 15, just top 8, but yeah. Welcome back.
Hey guys.
Hey, well,
Hey, long time no see.
again. Yeah, long time no see.
Yeah, it's yeah, it was a great game. I thought.
It was definitely a very interesting game. You were pretty much involved quite a bit this time around.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think it didn't start off too well.
Yeah, we dealt in the very first hand. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of I guess. Well, sometimes you just lose with 258 and shit. So
Yeah, there's not much
it
I
is
can do
that.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any real decisions here. You just found the tempo and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I went for Tanyao, but yeah, didn't happen. So.
No. Yeah, that was more or less how that one went. But then you came off with these quick victories. So I'm just trying to remember. This wasn't. No, it was Typhon that was passing the Hatsu and stuff like that.
This is the one where you were Kutsuki on the 2-man 3-0, and then you drew the 4-man, which was like one of the worst tempos you could have gotten.
Yeah, there was.
I was kind of waiting for. I mean, if I actually drew like 3-man, I'd go for the Tendichi. Yeah,
okay, yeah.
For the Itsu as well. So
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of. I didn't really like. I didn't like the Kansan summon. So yeah. Kansaman wasn't really what I needed at this point, I guess.
Yep, but the 2-suit draw afterwards pretty good. You get that Dora weight as well on the
Yeah.
Rhiannon.
And
And
then
then you run the 4-so.
which is not ideal, but you did find the Ura to somewhat salvage it. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then again, you just got off to another. This was the Dharma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the Dama. Yeah.
So why the reasoning for the Dharma?
Dama is it's like the 13th with a 13th round or something. Oh, actually 15th. Yeah. And then it was like painful no me, and I really couldn't think of a reason to it was like best I could do was like 3,000, right? Maybe or maybe Ura 1, and then that's like 5,800. Yeah, it's pretty late in the game, so I decided to go to Dama. Yeah,
Sure.
because what I needed was Renchang, so
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
what was
wasn't
that?
a
The Renchan.
consideration. Yeah.
I
Yeah. So you're just more worried about the Renchan than winning, and I mean,
Yeah,
paid
yeah,
off.
yeah.
So yeah. So you took the pin through only here, and then this one was the
This one's the Honsu, yeah.
I
I was actually planning on just
Hatsu, I
Hatsunomi,
think.
but actually drew a tune, so
yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna
Yeah.
ask. I'm like turn 4. I guess
Yeah.
I guess there's not many Manzu.
yeah.
If you drew a
Well-
1 man, would you drop the Chun or the 4 or 5 so?
If okay, that's an interesting question. I didn't really
Or if you got offered the 1
Mm.
man, would you pawn and drop the 4 5
right,
so?
yeah. Might have went with Chun actually, yeah.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
is I could have drawn like if I drew a 1 man, and then I could so like 5 6 7 8 and 5 6 7 8 1 and 3 4 5 6 so are all tenpai, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So maybe with Chun, yeah.
Yeah, but I think you probably got the best half for your Honetsu, so
Yeah.
get the Chun drop
Yeah, but
the
then
4
Chun,
5.
so yeah.
Yeah, Chun, the 1 man comes, you can pawn, you get Tenpai,
Yeah.
and then not much
You run
else.
on the 5.
The Chun was off it here. You never considered taking this at all, I imagine. Going for a chunky weight.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Yeah, sure.
Or maybe I'm not sure. Yeah.
I mean, like I think it's pretty like this was past, and I was like, yeah, I can understand that, you know.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely not worth it since you can just get the Mangan anyways on the 8 mon.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And then there's Aka 5, the red 5.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a 60% chance for Mangan, so
Mhm.
didn't go for that.
That's definitely reasonable. And then this was the deal in.
Yeah, this was a 3-soul deal. Yeah, I really, to be honest, it quite surprised me that Toicha went for the Tanki. Yeah, didn't really think about that, but yeah, it
I
happened.
mean, I don't think you would expect that, right?
Nah, no.
No. So
Yeah, it was quite a surprise.
yeah. I mean, there's not much to say about this. It was just pretty much unlucky.
Yeah. No other tile could deal at that point.
And then this was just the chase. You pretty much got the idea, like one of the ideal tiles here.
Yeah,
you gotta pick
exactly.
up the 7, so. With the door free, I think this is a no-brainer for sure. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And just unfortunately didn't win the battle.
Yeah, no.
Like I said, it was a you're very involved. Or things
Yeah,
around.
exactly. You're right. Yeah, I know.
And then this one, you got Tenpai, and then it immediately came out again.
Yeah, this one's definitely lucky.
This was lucky, but I mean, you're pretty much always considering Tanya. I think with how this hand started.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, especially when I had like Liang Kan and then 6 months of Dora. I mean, I was pretty much thinking about Tang Yao and then maybe a Dora. Yeah.
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 And then
And
another
ended
sumo.
it with
Oh, this
two
one
nice.
was great.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So the Sun Anchor chance, obviously.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and then 8 pin was Suji, so I guess maybe some luck.
Obviously, you'd want the
somebody would deal
Yeah.
8 pin. Yeah, and there's more Sanko chance.
which you managed to rip the last 7 pin.
It was the very last thing you could have got. You
Yeah, it
found
was the very last one. Yeah.
Excellent. Very well
Yeah, I
done.
had to check after I finished.
And then to round it all out in South 4,
This hand was a really nice hand for you to start with. I think definitely gave you a good chance of winning it all.
Yeah, Tonja wasn't going to how do you say Ori in English?
fold.
Yeah. So Tonja was never gonna fold, and then like it was only a 4,800 difference between the first place and me. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I decided to go Riichi.
The Riichi with on the four man. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
so
that's,
yeah. Riichi, Ipeco, and then what? Akadora. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 52,000, so yeah.
More than enough.
And then once again managed to sim in the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one.
So there was a bit of luck involved, but I think overall your decisions were definitely pretty solid throughout the entire game.
T-sound.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Oh no. Well done again. Good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I guess we didn't ask you the first time you joined. I think it was the first time you joined us for an interview and your first time participating in this
Yes,
team
yes.
league with Order of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Sparrow. How'd
Yeah, it was
you
the first
find
time.
the whole thing so far?
Oh, our captain just casually mentioned that this event existed, so yeah, we were like, why not?
You just got roped into it.
Yeah. And we thought, yeah, it should be fun. We were going for a 4th player, but then eventually we didn't find one, so it was just us 3, and yeah.
Well,
It turned
the
out
3 of you have done
okay,
pretty
I
well.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been a great season from you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with that second win, you're up to 5th. So quite a lot of wiggle room.
Okay. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens tomorrow.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 more matches.
Well, good luck.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your night.
All right. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Good night.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Goodbye. Alrighty. And so with that, yeah, as she said, we are at the end of tonight. There is one game still going. Do we want to jump into that? Yeah.
Sure. Probably in like South 4 or something. It's gonna be like East 4. And we're like, oh.
So where are we? It was this one, right? No, it was the other one. Itsu Anko. Represented here once again with Rachel.
Wait. I thought the game ended. yeah, no.
Are we missing?
Oh, I probably haven't filled in the scores actually. Is it Jay's game? Is Jay's game done?
Maybe. No, I guess not. I swear that was okay. Never mind.
Okay, I also need to fill in the.
Yeah.
Forgot that Jay's not done.
So we do have a game. It is in South 1. So this
Fantastic.
game is the Crimson Wanderers FA agents Jan Kansumo and Tanya Sensation. So not Itsu, sorry. FA agents is obviously a little bit off the pace here. Again, I don't think they're mathematically eliminated. Obviously, with Mahjong, you can pretty much win infinite points, but it's going to be a bit tough. Crimson Wanderers up in 6th. Drunken Sumo in 10th. Tanya Sensation obviously in 2nd. And straight away, so the situation is we have Mercedes here for Drunken Sumo with 1st for now. J for Crimson Wanderers in 3rd with their now current dealership. Cyber for Tanya Sensation in 2nd. And then Zobel for the FA agents in 4th. So not looking too good for them, but definitely first place up for grabs here. Mercedes with a free pin Khan immediately.
Yeah, I think just wants the Khan because the button's there. Because
Yeah.
the rest of the hand was not too well developed. We actually had a 3-pin Anko with a 3-4 pin Ramen that ended up getting broken because of the Khan.
Yeah, so that's more of a homage to last season. We've got a Khan for fun. So yeah, Jay here for Crimson Wanderers will be looking to win back the leadership of the Hanchan.
Does have 3 Dora. One of them's isolated.
Yeah, the 8-pin pretty loose right now, at least. This is the interesting thing about the early Khan, though, is it does allow players to try and hold on to Dora extra, for longer. Yeah, rather than sometimes when you get these Khans later on, and players have already discarded, 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, no relevance. Not in this situation, though. Potentially, at least.
Oh, better Ishan 10 for Cyber.
Yeah, Ishan.
It actually cuts the 8-man away.
Mercedes working their way towards a Honetsu or Chinitsu. The North Winds are one left in the wall, but the Hakus are still alive.
Come.
And another Khan. Another 8-pin. So where does that put us? So Mercedes now with 4 Dora. Jay with 3. No, 4.
Yeah,
As
it's going to
well.
be pretty hard for Mercedes with that 5-pin Khan. The other 2 4-pins have already been discarded. I'm not
Yep.
sure how she's going to get her hand together.
It's gonna be pretty tough. You're gonna have to use the 4-pin as your pair. So you probably
8-pin pawn?
Oh, I would
Just
have
to
liked to
scare everyone. Just, oh shit, Dora 6.
It would have been interesting. I think Mercedes really needs to find the Haku.
Sananko Ishan 10 for Zobel. Well, that 9-pin's decent. Oh, and there's a
Yeah.
Haku.
Haku in Jay's hand, but I think he's probably not going to discard that. Same can't be said for the 6-pin. And we're approaching Rikoku.
Zobel pawn for Tempai. Waiting on the Kanchan 3-man. 1 left.
1 left, so not dead.
Yeah, Mercedes just really needs the last Haku or 9-pin. Oh, unfortunate for Zobel. Picked the wrong Kanchan.
Yep. Unfortunate. But may still get rewarded at least with the Rikoku
Oh, but
points.
now the 3-man is 310. Could have run if they kept the Kanchan.
Cyber also keeping that high.
Yeah.
Does move the dealership on from J. So J in 3rd will need to win at least one of the 2 minimum remaining hands.
But Cyber waking up with a non-anchor and a couple roundmans. Well, now fills in one of those.
Yep.
With the Dora.
With Adora indeed. And couple Hanchans as you said, but potentially
Is it Shanten?
is Ishanten already. And can shift to a Chanta. And can now even consider a Itsu. But has the 9-man in the discard piles, obviously, so.
Yeah, probably just kept the 4-man because now you can accept another Dora. Or even move towards Honitsu.
Potentially, yeah.
Pretty good hand shapes for Mercedes as well.
Yep. And Mercedes
Nice.
with the lead would like to end Cyber's dealership, I think. Yeah.
That's Tenpai.
Riichi.
That's Riichi. The Kanchan 8, so isolated in Mercedes' hand and 3 left in the wall.
Yeah, Mercedes will need to find something to connect
Oh.
up to that soon, or she's gonna be in trouble.
Alright, good 4-pin. This is Riichi South, Dora 1, dealer 7-7.
Two game for 2 tiles for Mercedes here. Still has options. Jay, as you were going to say before the Riichi happened, Jay Sand is also quite expensive, but I'll have to push into the dealer Riichi at some point.
Another 8-so drawn from Sobel, which comes out. Kept their Ishanten.
Yeah. Zobel in that position, but they just need to push. Does deal into the dealer Mangan.
Yep.
And Cyber now with a strong lead. With their dealership still intact. So the Mercedes or Jay will need to win a fairly expensive hand to reel them in immediately.
Good news for Cyber that both Mercedes and Jay don't have another dealership.
Yeah, it definitely helps out a lot. And Cyber with the opportunity here to get a whole bunch of points for the Tanya Sensation. Keep them closer to first.
Jay probably just fighting for second right now, trying to make some sort of manga to pull him closer.
Yep.
Will they pawn the south? No.
Crimson Wanderers are in 6th. So they do need points, and they definitely don't really want to eat a 4th.
Probably won't need a
But
fourth,
probably
but
won't
getting
need a
a
fourth.
second.
Yeah, but
Getting a
second
second will
is
be nice.
definitely achievable. Yeah. He is working his way towards that.
Jay, Ishan 10, Ryanman, Sunman, Chan. Cyber, Ishan 10, Kanchan, Kanchan. He does get Tenpai. We're down 369 Mon. 113. So 5 left.
Yep, so yeah, Jay, as you said, trying to regain that second. Decent hand to do it with.
It is unfortunately just Riichi only.
Yeah, does close the gap somewhat though. I mean, if you can hit a direct hit, find some Ura.
There is a chance for a direct hit if Mercedes' hand keeps developing and she chooses to discard the Manzu.
Mm-hmm. You definitely feel the pressure. Like you just had your first taken away from you. There's the Mahjong,
Oh,
as
there
you
we
said.
have it.
Yeah. And our third's Riichi'd. One Ura.
Riichi. Ooh, the Ura is pretty important, probably.
Yeah.
So pulls Jade 400 points behind Mercedes.
Mercedes 12k behind first. Sobel fair way off the base. 34,000 more or less. It's actually exactly 34. But yeah, so South 4. So Sobel, I mean, if you can't close the gap immediately, you just need to try and win. This hand's pretty good. You can call if you wanted to end it quickly with the Hatsu pair, but would leave you
Two
without a hand.
Doras, Hanshoku.
Yeah. Not a terrible hand. Cyber cutting the 5-pin 7-pin immediately seems to indicate they do want to go Honitsu.
Jay with a Dora and a couple of middle tiles. We'll see if he ends up dropping the Norths for Tanya. We see a one-man Chi by Mercedes.
Hmm.
Well, you gotta go for the Shinitsu now. Or Hanetsu at least.
Yeah, that's pretty. I guess they just saw the Dora and they were like, may as well try. I think the hand was it wasn't overly slow, but wasn't as quick either. It's an improvement for Zobel.
But doesn't take the Roundman, still wants the 345 Sanshoku.
Eyes on the prize. There's the 4-pin offered.
Oh,
But his pond
so
away.
Jay ponds it.
So we didn't know if Zobel was willing to take that or not.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the worst feelings. It's when you click on that
It's like you press the Chi button and then it pauses and you're like, no, please. Alright, instead Zobel gets the Hatsu.
Yeah, takes the Hatsu, so there'll be no Sanshoku here, but now, obviously, time is a bit more on the essence.
Pretty good, managed to get rid of that 4-pin Kanchan weight.
Yep.
It's Tenpai for Jay on the 3-6 man.
Shanten for Cyber as well. Yeah, Jay's Tenpai on
Tanyadora?
the Tanyadora.
Ooh, 8-0. That's Tenpai for Cyber for Haku Hanetsu Aka. 8,000. Oh, and he immediately Tsumo's right after.
It's that easy.
I think there was one of each left. So. Yeah, pretty big win there for Tanya's Entertation. Not too bad of a second for Junk and Sumo.
Yep, no, that's...
They're still just under the top 8, but, you know, not out of contention at all.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely well within reach here going into the last set of games.
Third from Crimson Wanderers pulls them slightly lower. And fourth from F Agents, yeah, like you said,
yeah.
them and Infant Pals are pretty much out.
Pretty much
barring
out of it
some
at this
sort of
stage.
miracle.
Yeah, we just need to see this big wins, like huge wins. We're looking at like 150-point wins, back to back to back. But yeah, definitely at least from Itsu Anko up to Tile Dreaming is definitely very fluid. I think all those spots can swap all over tomorrow night. So yeah, we'll be obviously looking to see the interesting games for tomorrow. So we'll have to bear with us to let you know what games we're doing. But yeah, great games tonight all around.
Yep, and at the end of today, we sort of have a clump from maybe 5th to
15.
11th, and then Itsuanko just slightly out.
Yeah, Itsuanko,
Yeah.
you need to at least see an immediate decent win tomorrow. Like the first game. Like you want to see like a 50-60 point win. Is that
Probably needs like at least 2 firsts and the cutoff to come lower.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah.
Um,
Junkin Run Junkin Sumo will need a first at minimum, I think.
well, yeah. I would still say well, actually, they only have 2 games. So
Yeah, they've only got 2 games.
yeah, either like a first and a good second, or I would say 2 firsts to really guarantee it.
Yep. But yeah, like Ishikanaru, for example, like if Champon was to take a heavy fourth, then they can actually jump a position. That's why I say
They could
like,
actually do nothing. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Junkin Sumo and Junkin Ron, they definitely need like a first to close that gap. But like, yeah, if you do take big fourths, you can just actually jump positions because of that.
Anything could happen.
Yes, but that'll be us for tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back same time tomorrow.
Yep.
And yeah, last 3 games, so don't miss it. It's everything to play for still. So I hope everyone has a good rest of your days or nights.
Yep.
Thanks
I
for
am
joining
just
us.
slightly figuring out why Urasan has only played 26 games. And wondering if they had a sub or something.
Oh, yeah, that'll be just an issue with the spreadsheet
Yeah, I'll have to
somewhere, I
figure
imagine.
that out.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll have a good rest of your days. Thank you.